What's up, everyone? This is AllDestroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Last time, we learned of what exactly Akechi's plan was. His goal is to try to steal the heart of Sei Nijima, Makoto's older sister. He believes that Sei will do something quite a bit drastic in terms of the investigation in order to try to pin the Phantom Thieves on someone. And we have until about November 20th before there is a straight up, raid on Shujin Academy and LeBlanc. We need to steal her heart before then, and if we can manage to do that, then the SIU will be able to, well, they'll be in a bit of turmoil. And Akechi's hoping that something will let slip. And then we'll be able to do something. Specifically, he'll be able to find out who exactly has been in charge of the mental shutdowns. And once he figures that out, Phantom Thieves will be disbanded. In this episode, we've just begun our investigation, but we still have plenty of time before we have to actually do anything. But before we actually head on over to bed, I want to head on over to the storage area right here.
Wow!
So this was the cardboard box that we brought at the very beginning of the game, but it actually serves a bit more of a purpose. It contains regular clothes, school clothes, loungewear, swimsuits, maid and butler outfits, and Christmas outfits. These are various DLC outfits that you can download off of the PlayStation Store. And you can use these to change up your appearance while exploring the metaverse. The reason I've waited until now to actually show this is because I wanted to wait until we actually got every single party member before actually going about and doing this. And with Akechi added, we now have access to every single playable character. So what exactly are these outfits? Well, they're not anything really particular. There are various different costumes that we can wear normally throughout the course of the game, but again, we can just wear as we're exploring the metaverse. So we have the different school uniforms, casual wear, the swimsuits that we wore to the beach and Hawaii, some different lounge wear, butler and maid outfits, and Christmas outfits. Now, the only DLC outfits I have are just the free ones. Some paid DLC outfits are generally the ones that are based off of other Atlus properties. Specifically Personas 1 through 4, Arena and Ultimax, Catherine, I think Shin Megami Tensei If, and Shin Megami Tensei 4, I think, as well. So there's just a bunch of different Atlus properties, and they can actually change the battle music and battle end music as well if you have those costumes. Personally speaking, I'm gonna show them off the next time we're in the metaverse, but to be honest, I'm probably just gonna stick with the default outfits. I'm actually a bit disappointed that all of these different costumes are DLC only. Because with Persona 3, different costumes were tied to certain pieces of equipment, and that was okay, but I generally don't like it when things are tied to specific items. I think the best thing that they did was for Persona 4 Golden, in which there was a certain store that you could just buy different cosmetic outfits. And again, they would be based off of just these types of outfits. Like the uniforms, general loungewear, a few specialty outfits, swimsuits. You had any number of things and you just purchase them for in-game currency. I think the way that it worked in Golden, and I guess to an extent, even though it's not a Persona game, how it worked in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, that I think is the best way to go about that, rather than being delegated to DLC. And I mean, they could have done that too, like, heck, if they wanted to just take a page out of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, you could have just had like a shop like you have like the bookstore in Jimboko, but in Harajuku. And then you just be able to buy these things. I think that would probably make things, you know, a bit more interesting, but they didn't, and I'm kind of disappointed. No, well, hopefully they'll do something in the Royal that maybe makes a bit more sense and isn't just delegated to DLC. But with that taken care of, let's get a good night's sleep.
I can't tell you how to see me. Just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside.
Oh. Oh, it's from Shinya. It's still weighing down on Shinya, but we still haven't exactly made our intentions known to his mother, so we can't head on into Mementos yet.
Jeez.
Oh, sorry, boss. Oh. Makoto? Right. Now more than ever, we can't fail. Leave it to me. I'll make sure we get through this.
Hey!
All right then.
Okay.
And now, the mission officially begins.
Hey!
Okay, so what exactly are we going to be doing today? Well, it is Sunday, but I don't think there's anything going on the shopping network. Yeah, I don't get why. The shopping network just kind of falls off the face of the earth. Anyway, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Oh, well, we could potentially, head on over to the palace. But we did get a message from Shinya. So... yeah, it wouldn't be right just to put her name on the Phantom Thieves website. I think this one may require a little bit more finesse. So today, spending time with Shinya. And we get here for free. Unfortunately, nothing new in the arcade machine.
Hey.
Hey, Shinya. Before that, I have something I need to give you.
Huh?
Here.
Wait, what?
This one's a little bit different.
Huh?
That's right. No, Shinya. She's not bad. It's just... her perception is a bit... out of control. And the Phantom Thieves are gonna make things right.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, for that previous one, you could also say, "Is that what you think?" And you'd get the same amount of points. Believe in the Phantom Thieves, Shinya. They'll be able to change your mom back to the way she used to be.
Hey.
Way to step up to the challenge, Shinya. It didn't matter how you responded to that one, or the next one.
But
That's very admirable of you.
Yeah. Oh.
You're welcome, Shinya. Well, I'll be sure to let the Phantom Thieves know. Alright, and for reaching rank 8, we now get Electric Slug. So basically, we can deal more damage with Bullet Hail. We haven't actually seen Bullet Hail in action, but basically now we can just deal a lot more damage using it. Again, you can't use Bullet Hail to take down any enemies. It's just more you can take down a percentage of their health. And same thing with Electric Slug. You can't actually completely wipe out an enemy. But now we can take down more of a percentage, so yay for Weakening Shadows! Alright, my lips are sealed. And we do still get some points in the kindness. Not that that really matters at this point.
Later.
Later, Shinya. Oh.
Where have you been? Been searching all along, confessing while alone without a clue, without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be asked: where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter. Outpost masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter. What else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dawn. Moments of calm, nothing left to be found.
We'll be counting on you, newbie.
A mirror right in front of me. That's where I found an empty glass, reflecting as a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a sharpshooter. Outpost masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to.
Oh, there's a reason why it became so popular. Anyway, what exactly are we going to be doing this evening? Well, we've got a few things that we can do. But we're not going to immediately head on over to a confidant. Instead, we are... Actually, I'm kind of... You know, I'm gonna do something real quick and see if maybe I can save myself a little bit of money.
Take your time.
Okay. I did not think that they would be here. So yeah, all that Phantom Thief stuff, all that merchandise is gone. I'm not surprised considering the point in the story that we're in, but I didn't know those things even existed to begin with in my previous playthroughs, so I just wanted to be sure. But apparently you can only really get that at the height of popularity, and then it's just kind of gone. Well, that's why we have Chihaya. Yeah, my thought was maybe trying to send another Phantom Thief postcard and, I don't know, trying to save myself from using Chihaya's services one more time. But, now.
What shall we do?
So anyway, we are going to be getting an affinity reading and getting it for EY. I guess the only way to really send, like get any additional points would be if you didn't send a postcard and you'd already bought it previously. But the next time we hang out with him, we should be able to rank up.
What do you think?
Again, why Chihaya services are much better than the postcard, but, I mean, the postcard can save you a lot of money. Anyway, that's not the only thing we're here for Chihaya for. Tonight, we are going to be spending our time with her.
Yes. The thing is... It's just...
Aw, thanks, Chihaya. So remember that 100,000 yen that we had to get to buy the Holy Stone before we even started this confidant? Yeah, you get it back. Granted, 100,000 yen isn't worth as much now as it was at the beginning, but it's still nice that you get this money back. So, yay! It's essentially an investment that you don't actually get any interest in. But hey, it's an extra 100,000 yen.
What? No.
You aren't listening. Chihaya is telling the truth. Please listen to what she's saying to you. By the way, didn't matter how you responded to that one. Chihaya!
Oh, I'm here with you.
fate can be changed. You don't need any spiritual or divine intervention to change your fate. Like you said, it can be done with willpower alone. You're welcome, Chihaya. It's very easy to just pass off any sort of responsibility. To give in to someone who says, lend me your trust, lend me your ears, lend me your donations. I can fix all of your problems. Just leave everything to me. It can sometimes be very tempting to just pass your problems to someone else. Have someone else try to fix your problems for you. But oftentimes, it's a sham. Anyone who does that is just preying on others. And sometimes, the way to change one's circumstances, the way to change one's fate, lies within one's own self. Alright, it's not the easiest thing to do in the world. It can be extraordinarily difficult, not just from willpower, but also from circumstances. But, with enough determination, and maybe some assistance from the outside, you can change your fate. You can get yourself out of any sort of circumstance you get yourself into. Even if you need to ask help, it still has to be you that makes the change. That's not the first time I've been accused of that. Remember, we are at rank 9. Honestly, Chihaya, it's because of your gift. You have an amazing ability, and it's helped me out more times than you can realize. I just figured I should return the favor.
But
Alright.
Well then. Until next time.
Alright, later, Chihaya. And the day moves on to Monday.
Good morning.
Oh, morning, Makoto. Hold on, Makoto. We need to prepare. We need to make sure that we're ready. I understand that you're anxious and this is your sister. But we can't rush into this.
Oh.
Will do.
Let's get started.
Well...
And thanks to Kawakami, we now have an
What do you wanna
extra
do?
time to do something. So what are we going to be spending our extra free time with? Well, we are, of course, reading. We still have one more, well, session left in Call Me Chief. And so today, for our extra free time, we're going to be reading that.
Wow! Oh!
Oh, you could have at least humored me. And so, for finishing this book, we get quite a few points into our kindness. Again, not necessary, but also not the reason
Alright.
why we read this book to begin with.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
I was wrong about you.
Yep.
Again, Kawakami, best confidant. At least for rewards.
Hey!
Okay, so now that we've done that, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Well, we've got a few things here, but I think I do need to explain a little bit of what just happened. So, anyway, with Chihaya, obviously, if you chose that other option of being with her, you would now be dating Chihaya. I don't really feel the need to go over her too much because I did let slip my thoughts about some of the other ones when we went over Takemi. But Chihaya kind of falls under the same category as Takemi. I mean, the big thing is just the fact that she is a grown woman and we are a teenager, so there's kind of a little bit of an awkward situation right there. I have nothing really against her by any means, but it's also just weird. Anyway, to see a full list of the grievance, please go see when we got to rank 9 with Takemi. Anyway, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Well, today, first thing we're going to be doing is heading on over to... there it is. We're going to head on over to Jimboko. Now that we've finished this book, there is a new book that's available to us.
Welcome.
So, after reading Call Me Chief, we get access to Reckless Casanova. So this, again, will take 3 sessions in order to read fully, but by doing so, we get a lot of charm. Again, charm is not the reason why we're reading this, because we have max charm, but there is something that is available to us once we finish these books. What is it? I'm not gonna spoil it. You'll see in due time, but we still have another book to read before we get to there. So now that we've done that, where are we actually off to today? Well, we are going to be heading back to Aoyama Ichome, because we still have some business at the school, specifically the rooftop. Now, we haven't had access to the rooftop for a very long time now, but starting now, we can actually head back here, because this is where Haru frequents herself after school, because, you know, she has her plants to take care of. So we're gonna go ahead and talk to her.
My.
Yeah, I just wanted to spend some time with you. Maybe it's a secret.
Hey.
Oh yeah, you did mention you wanted to show these to Boss.
Hey.
So today, we're gonna be spending some time with Haru.
I'm so glad. Hello, Sakura-san. I'm sorry for asking this of you.
It's all good. Not like I have customers to deal with. So, this is what you grew?
Yes. I'd like an honest opinion from a culinary professional.
Let me see. To be honest, both the taste and appearance are the opposite of what I'd call market grade.
I see.
But it's impressive you managed to grow anything at all up on a rooftop of all places.
I'm honored to hear you say that.
You know, I can't say it tasted good, but it was actually somewhat refreshing. Kinda like how you feel good after taking bitter medicine.
I first came across the plant in my house. It's possible that it's an experimental breed created for use at Okumura Foods. Thank you very much for the input, Sakura-san. I'll take note of that.
They're definitely different from any sort of vegetables I've had before. It's weird, they do kind of taste like medicine.
He's right. That was the same thought I had. I think I understand what Sakura-san meant when he said they were refreshing.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly feel a lot more energetic afterwards, which is not something you usually get from vegetables, at least not like this. If it gives a great burst of energy, maybe they'd be useful in the palace.
I agree. I'm so happy. I didn't expect this hobby of mine to provide value to the Phantom Thieves. This is actually the only thing I can honestly say I'm good at.
I mean, it sounds good, but it sounds like a lot of hard work to grow all these things.
Thank you for worrying about me, but I find the work relaxing. Hey, do you think you could help me out again sometime? Like you did today?
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's a deal. We're like real Phantom Thieves. Okay, I'll do my best from now on.
I help you grow your plants, and you'll use them for our forays. It's a deal, Haru.
It seems you were probing into a certain conglomerate. There's the possibility you even infiltrated their company building. Perhaps some sort of connection? Tell me about this person.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Empress persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
With this, we've begun our final confidant with Haru Okumura, that of the Empress Arcana. Yes, even this late in the game, we are still creating new confidants. So anyway, Haru's special ability is cultivation. So essentially, we can talk to her and she'll be able to grow vegetables on the top of Shujin. These will either be carrots or tomatoes. The way that I think of Haru's ability is essentially an improved form of Boss's ability. Whereas Boss, you could have made coffee or curry, coffee being single use and curry being everyone, in terms of recovering SP, Haru's is essentially an expanded version of that. Whereas the carrots are essentially soul food, which would be a full SP recovery for one party member, or tomatoes, which you can't use in battle, but recover 100 SP to every single party member. The one good thing about Haru's that she has over Boss is the fact that her cultivation does not take up time. You basically need to talk to Haru ask her to grow a certain thing, and then a few days later, you can harvest it for your purposes. So you can't get them immediately, unlike with bosses, but they are a lot more potent, which, you know, would have been nice to have had early on in the game. But Haru is a late game confidant, so it makes sense that even though it's really good, you only really get it for the last few dungeons and late game Mementos exploration. A little bit of a pity, but it's still something that I find extremely helpful. And again, the cultivation does not take up time, which is not something you can say for bosses confidant. So, to be honest, like, if you use Kawakami's services to make coffee or curry, you may not necessarily need Haru, since you'll have a lot built up if you use Kawakami services in tandem with bosses. But if you haven't, then Haru's can still be a very good ability to try to use, since, again, doesn't take up time and you don't need to just have everything built up. And just a little bit of tutorial. So again, all we need to do is just talk to Haru in any given day. And keep in mind that everything that I've mentioned with like soul food and like recovering SP, they are all SP recovery items, which is really good for someone like me who just uses the crap out of magic.
Still, he was right. The taste leaves much to be desired.
Well, at least they're good for you. Hey, boss. Oh. Shinya. And there we go. Now we have the quest. So yes, a little bit of a build up to it, which doesn't really feel like it should be necessary, but now we can head on into Mementos and steal Shinya's mother's heart.
Without grasping it, the real question to be asked, where have I been? I'm ashamed
Okay, well, with that taken care of, I think now is probably about as good as time as any to call it a day. We got quite a bit accomplished with our confidants, and we started a new one. So, yay. Anyway, next time on Let's Play Persona 5. We have 20 days before Sei's investigation comes to a head. So we have 20 days in order to steal her treasure. That's still plenty of time to try to continue to develop our bonds and confidants, and overall try to be as best prepared as we possibly can for this palace infiltration. But we do also have plenty of time before we actually need to steal her heart. So, in the meantime, we will just continue to build up our bonds and confidants. We did just start a new confidant with Haru, and she is a party member, so we should probably try to prioritize raising her up to get her caught up with some of our other party members in terms of their abilities. But even putting Haru aside, we do still have a number of different confidants that we need to build still. So, we'll be focusing on that, at least for a little while. So until next time, everyone, take care.